During World War II, being part of a strategic bombing raid over Germany was a mission with death hovering over every flight. Sergeant Norman Jackson, a 25-year-old flight engineer, was about to face the most dangerous moments of his life. On the night of April 26-27, 1944, 215 RAF Lancaster heavy bombers and 11 Mosquito aircraft prepared to strike the German city of Schweinfurt. The target was a diversion designed to draw attention away from a larger assault on Essen, the industrial heart of Germany. Norman Jackson, having already completed the required 30 missions, could have returned home to his new wife and child. Yet, he insisted on flying this mission with his regular crew. Flying at 20,000 feet under the cover of darkness, the Lancasters dropped their payload with minimal resistance. Relief was short-lived. A German night fighter, likely in Focke-Wulf 190, attacked the Lancaster, riddling it with bullets and explosive shells. Norman was hit, his leg and shoulder wounded, yet he noticed a far greater danger. Flames licking the starboard wing, threatening the fuel tank. Despite severe injuries and near-freezing temperatures at 20,000 feet, Norman made a decision that defied all logic. He strapped on his parachute, grabbed a fire extinguisher, and climbed onto the burning fuselage. His parachute immediately deployed, and the wind nearly tore him away, but the quick thinking of the pilot and crew kept him safe. Inch by inch, he crawled toward the wing. 2 bullets tore into the back of his legs, and the fire burned his hands and face, yet he persisted. Eventually, the flames were too much. Norman was forced to let go, dangling in the slipstream before landing on German soil. Injured, burned, and with a broken ankle, he stumbled to a nearby village. A farmer and his young daughters treated him, their compassion a rare reprieve from the horrors he had faced. Captured by the Germans, Norman spent 10 months recovering in a hospital before transfer to a POW camp. He eventually escaped and was picked up by Patton's Third Army. For his unparalleled bravery, he received the Victoria Cross from King George VI. He survived the war, raised 6 children, and carried the scars, both physical and emotional, of his extraordinary courage until his passing in 1994. The North Atlantic was a deadly arena during World War II, where German U-boats menaced vital Allied shipping. Task Group 21.14, including the escort carrier USS Card and the destroyers USS Gulf, Borie, and Borie, was on a mission to hunt these submarines and protect the flow of essential supplies. On the night of October 34, 1943, USS Borie detected a radar contact. U-405, a Type 7 sea submarine commanded by Captain Rolf Heinrich Hoffmann. After initial depth charge attacks, the U-boat surfaced and the 2 vessels collided in a chaotic, high-risk encounter. Deck guns were ineffective, forcing the crew to improvise. Sailors grabbed submachine guns, pistols, shotguns, even knives and flare guns to engage the enemy at point-blank range. The destroyer's crew fought with relentless determination. They repelled attacks, boarded the U-boat with whatever weapons they could find, and inflicted catastrophic losses on the German crew. Despite sustaining severe damage and flooding in its forward engine room, USS Borie's men refused to surrender. Eventually, the surviving 14 U-boat crew members abandoned ship, but due to rough seas, their life rafts were destroyed. All 49 men aboard the submarine perished. Borie heavily damaged and flooded, was later scuttled after the remaining crew were rescued. This engagement was extraordinary, an improvised melee at sea, a brutal test of courage, strategy, and sheer ingenuity. It demonstrated the extremes sailors were willing to endure, where survival depended not only on skill, but on creativity, teamwork, and unyielding determination. In September 1944, the Allies launched Operation Market Garden, a bold attempt to end the war before Christmas. The plan: airborne troops would seize key bridges in the Netherlands, allowing ground forces to advance into Germany. Among them, the 82nd Airborne Division, tasked with securing bridges over the V River at Nijmegen, faced an almost impossible challenge. German engineers had destroyed several bridges during their retreat, but at least one remained. On September 17th, paratroopers dropped behind enemy lines only to confront a river crossing under fire. The 3rd Battalion, 504th Regiment, faced a swift current, overloaded canvas and plywood boats, and relentless enemy machine guns and mortars. Major Julian Cook led the first wave, praying the rosary as he paddled. Men used rifle butts, hands, and improvised tools to propel the boats. Many capsized, others were torn apart by enemy fire. With unyielding courage, the survivors charged German positions upon reaching the northern shore, bayonets fixed, overcoming the initial defense. By evening, both ends of the railroad bridge were under Allied control. Despite ferocious German counterattacks, British tanks were finally able to cross, yet logistical challenges delayed the relief of forces at Arnhem. The battle ultimately failed to secure all objectives, but the heroism, resilience, and sacrifice of the airborne troops became legendary. The men who fell are remembered with monuments and bridges dedicated in their honor. The story of Market Garden stands as a testament to courage in the face of overwhelming odds and the unwavering spirit of those willing to cross impossible rivers for freedom.